your go-to on how to smoke a rack of lamb. What's up? My name's Kyle Matuszewski. I'm the owner of Your Behind BBQ. Welcome to our channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that. If you are coming back, welcome back. Today we're gonna knock this rack of lamb out. Super easy, super simple. I bought this at the grocery store and it's a 2-pack. It's already kind of Frenched. I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's open this bad boy up. Okay, so what I look for when buying a rack of lamb, I look for the color. I want a nice, almost a pinkish red color on the meat. These are already Frenched. Frenched is, there's usually meat and fat between these bones here. They did a good job on removing some of that. Sometimes you'll get a rack of lamb that, that has meat all the way up, and then you'll have to get your knife and you'll have to cut between here and kind of bone or French cut around the bones. But I'll get into that a little bit. So let's pull these out. I look for good marbling on the package. Make sure it's well marbled. Like I said, the pink color is pretty much what I look for. It's nice and reddish pink. I like that. When you open it, you don't want like a smell, like an odor. You don't want none of that. If you get that, then I would say throw it away. So there is some silver skin on a rack of lamb that we're gonna slowly just remove. Some of the fat I will keep on here because I think the fat on the lamb is fantastic after it's cooked. So we're gonna trim some of this off, some of this silver skin, because the rub, I want to penetrate the meat and I don't want it to just sit on this silver skin. So French cut, you'll get some racks with this meat and this fat that goes all the way up to the bones, and then you'll have to get your knife and come down here and cut it out. So this one's already Frenched, which is awesome. So it's super easy to trim up, and you don't really have to do a whole lot to this. I'm gonna leave it just like this. Now I'm gonna cook the rack whole. Some people, which I've done in contests and stuff before, I will cut this straight down, and I will grill off just the lamb chops real quick. That's super easy if you're going over charcoal or anything like that. I want to smoke the whole rack. So this one, there's a little meat here. I'm gonna just kind of clean that up a little bit. Take that off. Nice fresh cut. Look at those bones. That looks good. All right, that rack is done, ready to roll. Next. Now you can see there's some fat on here. There's some fat, there's some silver skin, so we're gonna slowly start taking that off. I'll start on one end and just run my knife and pull the silver skin back. It's just easier to remove. Boom. All right, now we're gonna use one of my favorite tools. This is a cooling rack. It's very easy to set stuff on, remove from the grill. I like using it. So we're going to start with our newly coming soon salt, pepper, garlic rub. Now you can use any type of steak rub. I like to use like a salt, pepper, garlic with my lamb. Just a light coat of that on top. Give it a little beefy flavor. We're gonna do a light coat, kind of tap her in, and then we're gonna do the back side. Back side of that, bada bang. Okay, let's get the other one. Light coat of that. Do the back. Okay, so this is the salt, pepper, garlic. We're gonna use that, bada bang. All right, next we are going to use our Chipotle mango rub. Now this has got chipotles in it. This has got some mangoes in it. It's got all kinds of secret stuff in there. I really like this on lamb, fish, seafood, stuff like that. It really gives it, you know, a nice heat, nice little pop. So I will go ahead and just press that in a little bit and season the backside. Season the backside. Whew. It's got some chunks in it. Damn, I love this rub. All right, so we will set that on the rack. Move to the next one. Season the top of that. Tap her down, tap her down. To the back side. Bada bang. All right, and then we will lay this on our cooling rack. I'm gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes, let that rub, penetrate the lamb a little bit, and we're gonna go fire up our smoker. Today we're using, not the GMG this time, we're gonna use our Old Hickory restaurant smoker. So let's go fire that up. We're gonna cook at 300 degrees. We're gonna take these all the way up to 145 degrees. And then I'm gonna show you a very cool trick on how to keep this tender, how to keep it juicy and all the juices in, and what to do once it comes off the smoker. So let's go fire it up. All right, so we got the Old Hickory fired up. She's at 300 degrees. She's a beast. She's ready to go. The wood I'm using a hickory wood. You can use pecan, fruit woods like apple, cherry, stuff like that. I stay away from mesquite because mesquite I feel is more of like a hot and fast, steak seared type thing. And I also think lamb really absorbs the fruit woods, the hickory, and even the pecans too. So let's get this thrown on. Boom, throw this bad boy on. All right, she's on the grill, 300 degrees. We're gonna let this go. We are gonna come back and check on it in about 45 minutes. So we'll shut the door and we will let her roll. All right, we got the 2 sheets of foil out. I'm going to cut I don't know, about a ½ inch of butter. We're gonna put that on each sheet of foil. So once the lamb hits 135-ish, then I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna put it on this butter, which will become room temperature. I'm gonna set the lamb on top of that. I'm gonna wrap tight, and I'm gonna let it rest on the counter for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we're going to slice into her. We got a little buttery goodness we can dip it into. Boom, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. All right, we're 30 minutes in. Let's check the lamb out and see what temp we got. Whoo, damn, she looking good. All right, we're gonna give it a little temp. 131, 135. So I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes. We'll give it 5 or 10 minutes, and then we're gonna wrap it in our foil and butter mixture, and then we're gonna let it rest for 30 minutes, and we're gonna slice into this bad boy. Let me bring you in a little closer and show you the color, and show you just the way that rub, the chipotle mango, and the smoke, just the color. I'm very excited about the color. All right, this lamb is done. 137. Was the finished temp that I pulled these off at. So what we're gonna do now, here's the trick. Pull the lamb off your cooling rack or right off the smoker, place it onto the butter, and then you are going to wanna wrap this tightly. Just be careful, don't do what I did and just poke the bones out like that. Just kind of wrap, boom, let it sit. All right, we're gonna pull the other one off. Let's see if I don't do that. Set it right on top of the butter. We are going to wrap over it tightly, but you know, try not to get as tight as you can without the bones poking through. I'm notorious of doing that. Boom. Wrap it through like that. Boom. She's done. They're wrapped. They're ready to roll. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We're going to slice them up. We're going to eat them. I'm going to show you how juicy it is. All right. These have been resting for 30 minutes. So total cook time was about an hour and 15. The 30-minute rest was an hour 45 before we were able to slice into these bad boys and eat them. All right, let's see how we did. It looks good, smells good. Now you can cut them. I always tell people, especially at the restaurant when we're cutting ribs, you know, to turn them upside down and just kind of follow the bone. You want to go in between the meat. So we're going to go in between the meat here. Go this way to show you a little bit more. We're going to just follow, nice and tender. Whoo. A little bit of bone action there. I don't know what we're doing. Slice that down. Look at that. Nice, perfect. I call that like a medium rare lamb. Whew. Man, that looks good. So let's try this again, make sure I can get a perfect cut. Go straight down. They're kind of a pain in the old, you know what, right here. But once you get past that, bam. Look at that. Okay, now we're gonna save the juice. We're gonna do a little dip. Cheers. Tender and juicy. I'm telling you, if you've never had lamb before, you need to try to cook it. It's good. Very easy, very super simple to cook. I could easily eat both racks, 100%. Count me in. Taste the mango, salt, pepper, garlic. Y'all enjoyed this? Wait till you see what I'm cooking next time. Peace. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss a thing.